Good morning. Right now it's just after 11 o'clock. We're coming on a little bit later than we normally would because, well, because we are. That's what's going on. I wanted to get you updated on some of your top stories on this Saturday morning, and there is a lot going on this morning. One of the things that I thought was kind of interesting, and we had our reporter Blake Devine in Chambly on this one. It's the third year that they've done this. The Embassy of Ukraine in Washington, D.C. actually sent a bunch of representatives to the Metro for this weekend. It's happening today and it's happening tomorrow. And it's happening right now, right there at City Hall in Chambly. And this is for Ukrainian refugees. A lot of Ukrainians have fled here to the Metro because of the war in Ukraine. So they're looking for some help here. They're staying here to stay safe. But at the same time, they need the proper documentation. So the Embassy of Ukraine in Washington, D.C. has a number of representatives here. They're at City Hall right now, and they're meeting with a number of Ukrainians, helping them with the proper documentation, things like their passport, their visa, making sure that they're either they have them or that they're signing up for them and filling out all the proper paperwork. So that's really interesting. And when we were live on the air with Blake, he actually interviewed the mayor, and he was telling us that Chambly has this connection with Ukraine that many people may not actually know. And I think we have some video too from City Hall because a number of people showed up, by the way. There was like a line early this morning when this opened up. It started at 9 o'clock this morning and people were already lined up right there at the City Hall. Their City Hall is beautiful, by the way. It is such a pretty building. The city of Chambly is the sister city of Kovel, Ukraine. That's what the mayor said there. So the mayor actually visited Ukraine back in 2022 in the midst of the war there, just to get a feel for what it's like there. And it's probably helping him kind of navigate the relations that he's making with a lot of the Ukrainians here in the Metro. So that's going on from 9 a.m. until 6 today, and the same thing tomorrow as well. You can stop on by between 9 a.m. and 6. Okay, so we talk a lot about Atlanta traffic, right? Y'all been on the connector. You've been on any road throughout Atlanta, and you know how we also drive in Atlanta. Well, if you are just gonna drive a little too fast in the city of South Fulton, think about this. They are cracking down on speeders, and we actually did a little ride along right here with the police department there. So this is what they're doing. First of all, they're calling it Slow Your Roll. That's the campaign. And they just debuted this. The goal here is to basically get you to slow down, specifically on those city streets where it's really easy to not even realize you're speeding. And when we were doing our little ride along on Old National Highway, we spotted a lot of people with the police that clocked them going well over the speed limit. So they're ticketing for speeders in South Fulton, and they're also ticketing people who aren't wearing their seatbelts, ticketing people who are talking on their phone, holding their actual cell phone, for example, and talking on it, not using the hands-free mode. And that campaign is going on right now. So if you're in South Fulton, keep that in mind. Slow your roll. That is what they're asking you to do. And then I wanted to take you to Dunwoody because, yes, we're talking about the safety of drivers, and even, slowing down is going to help out pedestrians, but this right here is also going to help out pedestrians because they just introduced this brand new light here in Dunwoody. And it's really this type of light, the way it works, it's to help with those really congested intersections. So this new pedestrian hybrid beacon, it's now running on Perimeter Center West near the Terraces South and Seasons 52. The special traffic signal is designed to help pedestrians safely cross those busy intersections. Another thing to keep in mind, and I actually saw a billboard on this when I was driving down the connector, a billboard reminding motorists in general that pedestrians have the right of way. When a pedestrian steps off the curb, even if it's not in a crosswalk, you are really supposed to stop for that pedestrian and let the pedestrian cross the street. That was one of the first things I noticed actually when I moved from Boston to Atlanta. In Boston, people come to a screeching halt if a pedestrian steps off the curb and lets the pedestrian go. That doesn't always happen here in Atlanta. I learned that the hard way. I wasn't injured, but I was like, whoa, got to slow down. But yes, so just keep that in mind, and that's happening there in Dunwoody, which I thought was really interesting. And then we have been talking about this for now about 2 weeks, really, because of the bad weather, the cold weather. All those water main breaks. Another water main break, this one in Marietta, and you can see overnight crews working to fix that. That's not the right video there. But there it is. This was overnight in Marietta. They were working to fix a huge pipe right there. I think it was a 12-inch pipe that burst. And they right now there is a boil water advisory that's in effect because of that. The pipe is now repaired. That pipe was on Lawrence Street near Covington Avenue. They worked for a number of hours during the overnight, but just before 6 o'clock this morning, they managed to get it all patched up. So water is flowing and everything like that. But keep in mind that until they say otherwise, you need to boil your water for at least 2 minutes. That's before using it for cooking, before brushing your teeth, any kind of consumption. Make sure you're boiling your water. They're going to be doing some testing, and once those tests come back clean, then they will lift that boil water advisory. And generally how it works with that testing is that they have to have multiple tests. It can't just be one. It has to be multiple tests over like a, say, 24 to 48 hour period that those tests come back clean, and then they can lift that boil water advisory. So that is for Marietta, something we're so used to now because that's not the first water main break. We were talking about one actually right around the State House. There was actually two around the State House yesterday morning. One was because a construction crew somehow ruptured a main there, and then there was another one that broke just because of the cold weather, which that's what we have going on here. But the good news is that is all changing. Today, we're getting lots of sunshine. I want to bring in First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi because she has more on what you can expect as we, kind of move throughout the morning here. And I'm going to just show you the little map that she has. She's going to talk about Monday because Monday is the First Alert weather day. I want to move this over. Make it move over. There we go. That's the map that you want to see right there. Courtney, take it away.
Absolutely. Yeah. So we have a First Alert weather day for rain on Monday. I know you're probably like, let's not talk about Monday yet. It's the weekend. I get it. Trust me. But we do have a First Alert weather day for rain on Monday. It will impact your morning commute, but it doesn't look like it's going to stick around all day. That is the best news for those of you who are getting prepared for the upcoming week. I'm First Alert meteorologist Courtney Jacobazzi. Let's talk about everything you need to know to get you ready for the weather because we do have a handful of changes, but this time, most of the changes are positive, unlike the last couple of weeks. Because take a look at this. Once we get rid of the rain beyond that cold front, we're actually going to have an area of high pressure build in pretty quickly. That's going to bring us warmer weather for the middle of the week. High temperatures today will end up being a little warmer than where they have been. We'll end up in the upper 40s to low 50s. And while that is chilly, yes, we're going to see a lot of sunshine today, and that's going to make a really big difference. It's going to be a really pleasant afternoon. If you were out and about yesterday at all, sunshine came out between the clouds for a few minutes, and then the clouds would roll back on by. But when that sunshine came out, it was really, really comfortable. So I do think today will be a great day to get outside and enjoy. Definitely one of the warmer days we've had over the last couple of weeks. If you have any dinner plans tonight, maybe you're heading out on the town this evening, you will want to bring a jacket with you, if not a coat, because temperatures will drop pretty quickly after sunset, which is after 6 o'clock now, 6:02 that sunset time. By 5, we're in the low 50s. Around 7, we're dropping into the upper 40s, and around 8, 9 o'clock, temperatures drop into the 30s. So if you are planning on staying out past 8 o'clock, just know that it will get quite cold. Overnight tonight, lows dropping into the upper 20s to low 30s, so it will be another freezing start to tomorrow. We'll see partly cloudy skies. And then tomorrow afternoon, we'll head into the low 50s again. However, you'll notice a breeze build in, and it will be mostly cloudy. So I do think we'll see sunshine at times during the day, but more clouds than not. So I do think that tomorrow will feel just a touch cooler because of that cloud cover and the breeze. That's all ahead of a cold front that will bring rain on Sunday night into Monday, leading into that First Alert weather day we were talking about. So rain will be widespread across the southeast Sunday evening, and then some of those showers start to enter into West Georgia at 11 o'clock. So if you work the overnight shift or you're just going to be out late for some reason on Sunday, just know a few showers will be possible, especially in North and West Georgia. And going through the overnight hours, showers will be likely. They'll be widespread across the area. That'll lead to wet roadways early on Monday morning. If you're an early morning commuter on Monday, just prepare for the roads to be wet. Here's a look at 5 o'clock. This is exactly why we're making Monday a First Alert weather day, because this will definitely impact your morning commute. And going into 7, 8 o'clock for the later commuters, we'll start to see the rain taper, the coverage of rain taper. Scattered showers still fairly likely, but regardless, the roads will still be wet from the overnight rain. So you're definitely going to want to plan in a few extra minutes to your morning drive on Monday. We'll start to dry out for that afternoon and evening commute. So as the kids are getting home, getting off the bus on Monday, it looks like we'll be mostly dry around 2 o'clock, and we'll stay that way even into your evening commute. High temperatures beyond Monday will actually warm up, like I mentioned. So beyond our First Alert weather day for rain Monday, it'll be a rainy, damp, cloudy, and cool day on Monday. Really not a nice day on Monday. We'll end up in the upper 50s on Tuesday, low 60s on Wednesday. That is going to feel fabulous. And then we'll go back into the 50s on Thursday because we do have another cold front that will come through Wednesday night. So not only will we have that ridge of high pressure start to build in, we'll actually be under the influence of a warm front from that next weather system. That'll bring rain on Wednesday, giving us that 30% coverage of showers Wednesday night. Some models have more rain, others have less, so we're going to keep at least a chance for showers Wednesday night. But regardless, we're not going to drop our temperatures in a big way behind that front. We'll go back near average. So highs will be in the low 50s Thursday and Friday with mostly cloudy skies and temperatures in the morning in the 30s. So overall, your First Alert 7-day forecast looks like this. Really nice day today. 50s and sunshine will actually feel great. We'll end up in the upper 20s to low 30s tomorrow morning. Mostly cloudy skies for the most part tomorrow. First Alert weather day for widespread morning rain on Monday. It'll be a dreary and cool and just kind of damp day on Monday. But sunshine and closer to 60 degrees on Tuesday. Tuesday will be beautiful. Mornings stay cold in the upper 30s to low 40s for most of the week. Again, 60s on Wednesday before we drop back into the 50s on Thursday and Friday. So overall, compared to weeks past, this week doesn't look half bad. We just got to get through the kind of dreary day on Monday, but then we'll have some slightly warmer temperatures. And for the most part, the rain won't impact you, especially Wednesday night. It looks like that rain would be late if it was going to impact us, but that could change. So we'll keep you posted on it. Enjoy the sunshine today, most importantly. It's just going to be beautiful. In the meantime, I hope you make it a wonderful, wonderful Saturday, and we'll catch you here next time.